Again, this is your first fight of 10 tonight for Wild Bill's Fight Night 12, an amateur bout, mixed martial arts, scheduled for three 3-minute rounds. In the red corner, weighing in at 170 pounds, from Hard Knocks MMA, Atlanta, with a record of no wins and losses, debut bout, red corner, Zumbro. And his opponent in this mixed martial arts fight, again scheduled for three 3-minute rounds. In the blue corner, weighing in also at 170 pounds, fighting out of Knuckle Up, Atlanta, with a record of 0 wins, 0 losses, a debut fight for him as well. Blue corner, Chong. And your referee for this bout, Mr. Adam Sellers. Welcome to round 1 of your first fight of the night. Let's hear it for Hooters Ring Card Girl. All right, debut bout. Somebody's about to have a win. Somebody's about to have a loss. Come on, Wild Bills, get fired up. It's your first fight of the night.
Hi, I'm Carrie Christmas here with Kevin Gittemeyer. First fight of the night, Wild Bills Fight Night on Comcast On Demand. Zumbro versus Chong. Both debut fights. Neil's in the tight pants, the black shorts, and Justin's in the white shorts.
The huggers.
Yeah.
This should be a good fight. We got 2 debut guys. They've been training for a while. I trained with Justin a few years back. They look like they're both young and hungry.
Yeah, they both definitely want it. Ooh, going for the takedown right away. Nice.
That was a solid takedown attempt. Justin did a good job to thwart that.
Yeah, he did a great job there. From what I understand, both have really strong grappling skills, so a lot of this might be on the ground.
Yeah, they both appear to be confident in their grappling ability. Justin looks like he's trying to set up a choke to pass.
Couldn't do it. It's nice he's getting some strikes in there too.
Neil's doing a good job of keeping his underhooks to work his way back up.
Nice sweep there.
He got the sweep, but Justin held the choke, which was smart.
Yeah.
That was a little too close to the face. I think he was aiming for the chest, but it was too close to the face. Amateur rules are not allowed to strike in the face on the ground. That can be difficult sometimes in the middle of a fight.
Right, you're moving so fast.
Both competitors are moving.
It looks like Neil didn't agree with that either. He knew it was just a mistake.
Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, he threw it at the body. They were both moving. It happened to glance his face barely. That's a hard kick.
That was.
Oh, good return, though, by Justin.
Ooh. Oh.
Big takedown. Big takedown. Justin's tenacious with these chokes, so he uses them every time to reverse them.
That's nice.
Now, Justin lost a point, though. He's way behind with that point deduction. He has to go ahead and be dominant.
Looks like he's trying here.
It's very hard to get a 10-8 round in MMA. So that 1 point is going to cost him the round unless he can even it up. And the best he can practically hope for is a draw round.
And this is amateur MMA, so the new rules state that they have to wear shin guards, so that's fairly new. Those of you watching at home, that's how you can tell a pro from an amateur fight. Easy way. Oh.
The shin guards, the heavier gloves, I actually like the shin guards, the heavier gloves. It keeps the fighters a little safer. When they decide to go pro, they can abandon that.
Justin standing back up. Nice.
Good underhooks by Neil, though.
He's not letting go.
But Justin will not stop with that front headlock. He loves that guillotine choke.
control the head, you control the body, right? Oh.
Absolutely. That was a great takedown by Neil, though.
That was.
That ends the round. Amateur rounds are a little shorter than the pro rounds.
That was a good first round.
Now, unfortunately, that point deduction probably cost Justin that round.
So he's going to have to win the next 2.
Yeah, he has to win the next 2 or stop the fight. I thought that was a little extreme. Usually they give you 1 warning, especially if it's not blatant. I think that's way extreme.
Yeah, I didn't like them standing and back up, both of them. That I didn't like that at all.
Well, then the point deduction, that's much worse.
Our lovely Hooters girls.
The crowd seems to enjoy that.
Yeah. Crowd always enjoys beautiful women.
We'll really see what these guys are made of now. This is the first time they've had to answer the bell in a real fight.
First round is mostly nerves, right, Kevin?
Yeah, it can be a lot of nerves. A lot of fighters are slow fighters.
Wow. That was a nice takedown there.
Great takedown. A lot of guys are slow fighters and they slowly turn it up, but they never fade, while other fighters do fade.
Justin's doing a great job of keeping his guard locked there. Neil doesn't have a lot of room to move around.
Yeah, unfortunately with the short rounds, he doesn't have a lot of time to work. He needs to, he can catch a small break to set something up, but not long.
Yeah.
No punches or elbows to the face from the ground, so he can't set up a big elbow. Neil's doing a great job of breaking the guard.
He really is.
The knee right up the middle.
Working his knee through, yeah.
That puts so much strain and pressure on the legs and the muscles of the man on bottom, it'll fatigue him.
Ooh. Now, there's no slamming in amateur, right? Is that what I understood?
I'm not sure. I think I heard the ref say that, though.
Okay. Oh, wow. That's not good. Justin
Yeah.
just gave up his back. Neil's got it.
Now, if Justin will roll to his stomach, he can escape. Now, figure 4 is very difficult to escape from. That's tight.
Yeah.
But it can happen. I don't know if they're sweaty enough yet, though. This is going to be bad news for him.
This is bad news.
If he traps that.
Looks like he's got... Oh, I can't see from here.
Justin's doing a good job of defending, but Neil's tenacious with this now. You can tell he trains this a lot.
Hopefully the bell will save him here.
Yeah, Justin should have got away. Right when he broke that figure 4 is when he should have rolled out. He has to feel that, and that comes with experience.
Looks like he's trying to sink in a choke. I can't really see.
You know, he's definitely trying. He's going to switch off to an arm triangle.
Okay.
Justin got out.
Nice.
Good job. Okay, great job by Justin to get him on a full mount, though.
Yeah.
Full mount is not the superior position people think it is, especially when you can't punch or elbow the face. It's almost worthless, to be quite honest, in amateurs. The best you can hope for is to armbar your opponent.
Now, what was that? The ref pulled him off. What was that for?
I'm not sure. It might have just been a break. You know, they're short rounds, so he wants to, keep some action in, give these guys a chance.
That was a nice front kick.
That was. Those will add up if it lasts long enough.
Oh, Justin did a great job of sprawling there.
Yeah, he absolutely
avoiding
did.
that takedown.
Neil sets up a big strike with a
some
shot.
hammer fists. It looks like Justin has victory carved into the back of his head, too.
This is going to be tough for Justin to break loose of this. He's just, bottom man's just stalling out, which isn't a bad strategy sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially when you can't be elbowed in the face. I mean, it really is a different strategy than professional fights.
10 seconds left. They're on the ground. I don't see much happening.
Yeah, Justin should just get busy with the body shots for the last 10 seconds.
Because he's got to take this round.
Yeah, he has to. And he may have. It's hard to remember a fight and judge it, so judges remember the last thing they saw. That's going to be a tough one to judge.
This is a great first fight, though. Got the nerves out of the way in the first round. Come back with a strong second round.
Yeah, they both look good and confident in that round.
Neither one of them are breathing too terribly hard either, so.
No, not too hard.
So again, you're watching the first fight of the night, Wild Bill's Fight Night. Neil Zumbro, Justin Chong. Neil is in the black shorts, the tight shorts, and Justin is in the white shorts. You're watching these fights on Comcast On Demand. Here we go, third round, final round, right?
Yes, final round. Justin definitely has to take this round for a chance to win. He's got to stay out of those takedowns, though. He knows Neil.
Yeah, Neil keeps going for him. Nice return. Justin doing a good job again.
Yeah, Neil actually gave that up. Neil just pulled guard. Sometimes that's a sign of fatigue or frustration.
Now he's going for the choke.
A lot of times, somebody that trains extensively in grappling, once they get fatigued, they go to their natural instinct, which is grappling and the guard if they do a lot of jiu-jitsu.
Justin's wanting him to stand back up here.
Yeah, I think he should have scored some points with some kicks if the ref would have allowed it. Score all the points you can because he may get taken down. Now, Neil...
That's the second time he's missed there, so...
Yeah, Neil's starting to get fatigued. I can see it in some desperation shots.
Yeah.
Justin's got to capitalize on that. He has to escape this.
Justin's just got to stay strong here.
Neil's doing a good job right there, putting pressure on the face so he can go ahead and pass. That's the exact point when Justin needs to reverse him, though, and he does.
Getting tangled up a little bit here in the ropes.
There's always a degree of chance when you pass the guard like that.
Ref's breaking him up, standing him back up.
Okay. Yeah, Justin reversed him.
Oh, that's nice. He didn't stand him back up. He actually put him back in the position they were in.
And I'm glad they do that. And if you notice the rope, we have an extra rope here. We have a 5-rope ring, and I'm real glad to see that, too.
Oh, wow. Is that since the controversial falling out of the ring incident?
Well, I believe it's a rule now, and a lot of promoters and states were voluntarily using them, and I believe it's mandatory now in Georgia, so I'm pleased to see that.
Nice. Justin's still actively working.
Good job.
Yeah.
He needs to keep hammering those body shots. Neil is doing a good job getting his underhooks, but you can tell he's a little winded.
Yeah, and you can tell those body shots hurt too.
But those are great his textbook technique. I mean,
ooh, good shot by Justin there.
The fatigue is the only reason.
Nice.
Fatigue's the only reason Neil didn't get that reversal there. His technique was there. He just quit. Oh, he finally gets it.
Justin going for a triangle, it looks like.
He needs to lock this up.
It looks like he's locking it up.
And with the fatigue factor, he may finish him here.
Neil's fighting hard. He's doing the proper defense for that, but Justin's just trying to lock it up real hard.
Yeah, Justin needs to go ahead and pull his fist away there, pull his elbow across him. He can't hit him in the face, and he can't elbow him in the face.
Oh, this is great. It's just, do we have enough time here? 10 seconds left.
No, he needs to give it everything he's got right here.
Yeah, he does.
He definitely secured this round, though. So
I think so too.
It all boils on the second round. Who they gave the second round to, and it's a close round.
Oh man, that was so close. He almost had him.
That was a good fight. That was a very good fight. Neil showed a lot of technique. He got a little winded at the end.
It looks like he wasn't too interested in the striking either. He was more, take it to the ground, keep it on the ground, I'm going to tap you out.
Yeah, you could tell he works extensively on the ground. You could see that from his underhooks, the technique he showed down there.
Yeah. That was a great first fight for both of them, though. Both of them can be very proud, no matter who wins.
Yeah, absolutely. They both did a lot. A lot of people have a hard time, making it that first fight because no matter what shape you're in, you always get gassed out in your first fight especially. You have to learn how to conserve your energy. Just because you're in shape doesn't mean you don't get tired.
Right. You have all those nerves and everything, especially, too, playing into the very first fight.
That, and if you're in great shape, you might think you can output as much energy as you want, and you just can't.
I'm really interested to see who won this fight.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I still think that 1 point was way too harsh, though. They usually give at least one warning first, sometimes two.
I gotta be honest, I'm not liking this ref.
Well, he may be gaining experience with each fight. A lot of times they let their newer refs do the amateur fights.
Yeah.
Build up their experience. It's hard to ref. A lot of people don't realize it. It looks simple, but it's tough. You got a lot going on. You have to make split-second decisions. And just like in a fight, it's hard to make split-second decisions. I personally think judging is harder, though most people disagree with me. I think to judge properly is one of the most difficult things.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to judge these fights. So much happens from minute to minute, it'd be almost impossible.
It's tough enough when you can watch a fight back and watch it several times over. To do it the first time around, unfortunately, the human mind is just not that accurate.
Looks like the judges haven't quite decided who won yet.
One thing I'd like to see more is actual draws. Even though people don't want to see it, some fights are draws.
Who do you think took this fight?
All right, Wild Bills in our first fight of the night. It was an amateur bout, mixed martial arts, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. It went the distance. Both fighters making their debut. No wins, no losses. Judges saw it. Judge A, 29-27. Judge B, 28-28. Judge C, 28-29. When you add it all up, I lied to you. We don't have a winner, we don't have a loser. What we have is a draw. We have a draw in our first fight of the night. Both fighters will receive a tie.
You know, people don't like that, but I agree with that decision.
Yeah, neither one of those fighters are happy. Debut fight, they go home with a draw. Man, they are not liking it right now.
So let's hear it for Neil Zumbro in the red corner and Justin Chong in the blue corner. Congratulating both fighters, still with no losses. Again, this second fight of the night is professional bout, mixed martial arts, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing now, in the red corner, weighing in at 205 pounds, fighting out of the Savannah Martial Arts Association. With a record of 2 wins, 1 loss, from Savannah, Georgia, red corner, Willie Smalls. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 205 pounds, fighting out of Louisville, Team Haycraft, with a record of 2 wins, 2 losses, from Louisville, Kentucky, blue corner, Thad Nathus. And your referee for this bout will be Mr. Andy Foster. Welcome to round 1 with Hooters for your second fight of the night. Professional mixed martial arts, again scheduled 3 5-minute rounds at Wild Bills Fight Night 12.
Hi, I'm Carrie Christmas here with Kevin Gittemeyer. We're at fight number 2 here at Wild Bills Fight Night on Comcast On Demand. Willie Smalls and Thad Nathus are in the ring right now. Willie's in the blue shorts, Thad's in the white.
This should be an interesting fight. Thad's from Team Haycraft in Kentucky. They produce a lot of solid fighters. And
Willie's coming out swinging.
Yeah, Willie's an athlete. He brings a lot of athleticism to it and intensity.
Yeah.
He may not have the level of training that they have at Team Haycraft, though.
Get out of that. Get out of
Got
that.
a great ref in the ring right now, Andy Foster, seasoned fighter, seasoned ref.
Get out. Get out.
That attempted to stand up there, which is it was a good attempt. It's probably the right thing to do there, but Willie thwarted that.
Willie's just staying on top of him here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is a pro fight, so they can hit to the head here.
Yeah, it changes the game. It's a complete different game. Willie looks like he's going to try some elbows here. That needs to lock him up. He needs to get some tight underhooks.
That's just not doing a good job of defending
Willie's
this right
got
now.
the mount. Right now, Thad needs to lock him down because this mount's totally different than an amateur mount. Willie can drop elbows here.
It looks like he's about to. Oh, there he goes. A few shots to the head.
Yeah.
Thad's trying to get up. Oh, wow.
Yeah, Thad's taking some punishment here.
Man. Wow.
Impressive performance by Willie Smalls.
Definitely. Wow. Willie Steeman Beeman, he said his nickname was. Thad's still down. Doctor's in the ring. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, he says he's okay. He's taking a lot of punishment he couldn't escape.
That was a quick fight.
Yeah, that was a quick fight. Willie brings a lot of intensity. That may be a bit of a slow starter. A lot of really good fighters are, but they have to stall the action until they get their motor revving.
Yeah.
You have to take an athletic guy and slow him down. Get him in the second round.
Wow, that was a fast fight, too, for such a heavy weight class, 205.
Yeah, Willie's got some heavy hands, though. I saw a lot of power in those strikes.
Man, looks like Thad's just not happy with that.
No, of course he's disappointed. I mean, he never got a chance to really get off in the fight.
They're not even sweating.
No.
That's not good.
No, it's disappointing. You know, if you lose a fight, you want it to go some degree of time so you have some footage to study and improve upon.
Yeah.
All right, your second fight of the night. Professional bout, mixed martial arts. It was scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. In the first round, at the 1 minute and 30-second mark, your winner, red corner, from Savannah, Georgia, Willie Smalls.
The crowd's really enjoying
Willie Smalls, your winner, now with a record of 3-1. Red corner, Willie Smalls. Singing our national anthem tonight, Wild Bill's own, the lovely Mandy Hoopel.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, northern ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rock along, the bombs bursting in our guide proof through the night. That
Again, this is your third fight of the night. Amateur bout Muay Thai scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. Introducing at this time in the red corner, weighing in at 135 pounds, fighting out of Team KBX Alpharetta with a record of 6 wins, 2 losses, from Alpharetta, Georgia, Lissa Braverman. Her opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, also weighing in at 135 pounds, fighting out of Champion Training, Hilton Head, with a record of 1 win, no losses, from Hilton Head, South Carolina, blue corner, Aaron O'Neill. Again, this is your third fight of the night. Amateur bout, Muay Thai, scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. And let's hear it for Hooters. Welcome to round 1 of your third fight of the night, Fight Night 12, Wild Bills. Your referee for this fight will be Mr. Dennis Palmer.
Hi, I'm Carrie Christmas here with Kevin Gittemeyer for our third fight of the night at Wild Bills Fight Night, Comcast On Demand. We have Lissa Braverman and Aaron O'Neill. Lissa's in the white headgear, Aaron's in the black. What do you think about girl fights, Kevin?
Yeah, some of them are very entertaining. I hate to see anybody actually get beat up in one, but...
Now, Lissa's fought here before. Last time she fought, and her opponent kind of said no way after the first round, so she said she was a little disappointed. She wants a fight this time.
Yeah, Lissa's pretty experienced. At 6-2, her opponent's 1-0. 8 fights. She's going to have the edge, and it shows. She's putting together good combinations.
Yeah, definitely kind of setting the pace of the fight, too, which is important. Girl fights are usually a bit faster paced. And this is amateur Muay Thai, so there's not going to be anything on the ground.
Yeah, they're actually
trading punches here. Some nice knees by Aaron.
Yeah, that's actually Aaron. Aaron's letting go. She's letting her hands go. With that level of experience, too, I'm a little surprised with just one fight.
Ooh.
Wow.
That looked like a pretty hard shot. She got some good footwork, too.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like...
Ooh.
Wow, Lissa might have the fight she asked for.
She was looking for it after the last one. They're trading pretty good right here.
Yeah, they're both connecting.
Wow. Aaron's making a lot of contact with the head, though.
Yeah, she is a lot. She's circling. She's moving good.
Definitely looks like it's taking its toll on Lissa, too.
Yeah, it is. It's starting to slow her down a little bit. Yeah. Aaron's showing really good movement. She gets in there, gets out.
Yes, she does. For just one fight under her belt, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. Good movement there. The way she evades instead of just blocking.
Time's almost up. There we go.
Yeah, that was a pretty action-packed first round.
That was a great first round.
He actually got him confused at the start of the round. It was Aaron that really showed a lot of talent, skill with the combinations, composure, and footwork. Far beyond what you'd expect with anybody with just one fight.
You know, I had a chance to talk to her last night at the weigh-ins, and she said she's been training for 4 or 5 years. She just hasn't taken a fight because an opportunity hasn't come her way, and I guess this is the opportunity she was looking for. You know, she's actually in finance, which I think is kind of funny. She's an accountant and then just fights on the side. Okay, well, the training definitely shows. It showed in that round. She obviously not just recreational, obviously trained very seriously, looking for an opportunity, and finally got her opportunities. So again, Aaron is in the black headgear with the red and black, and Lissa is in the white headgear with the white and black. Looks like they're ready for round 2. Exchanging pretty good here. Wow. Aaron's really concentrating on that head.
Yeah, she is.
Lissa takes a few more of those, and I think she's done.
I mean, everything from jabs, rights, hooks. I mean, she's connecting with everything.
Lissa tried to stop her with the front kick, didn't work. Lissa's swinging a little wildly here.
Yeah, a lot of times that's a show of fatigue and desperation.
Yeah, Aaron's still connecting. Lissa's just trying to make something. Ooh, nice uppercut there. Ooh, she's knocking her back now. Definitely looks like Lissa's almost gone.
Yeah, Lissa's looking for one big punch, but with this headgear and those big gloves, it's not likely to result in a win. Aaron's scoring a lot of points.
Yes, she is.
See, she steps back, evades the strike, and then comes in with her own. She'll block if she has to, but she does a good job of getting out of the way.
And Lissa just keeps doing the same thing and charging her. She's not learning from her mistakes here. That was a pretty good side kick, though.
Wow, that was a hard kick to the body. That was. Oh, uppercuts, hooks.
10 seconds left. This is coming back here for a minute. No, wow. Oh, wow.
The crowd is loving it.
Yeah.
You couldn't even hear the bell ring. The crowd was into that.
That was a great last 10 seconds.
Absolutely. Both fighters did the right thing. Let it loose. The last couple seconds, let it go, and they both did.
That's what the bell is there for.
Lissa let it go first, and Aaron answered back, not wanting the judges to see her opponent more active the last few seconds. Aaron's really starting to take over the fight, though, completely.
Yeah, this is a nice, surprising turn of events.
Yeah, Aaron's eyes look pretty clear. She looks focused, like she can understand her corner.
Lissa's breathing pretty hard over in her corner.
Yeah, she looks pretty fatigued, a little frustrated.
Aaron looks like she just wants to go back in right now.
Yeah, she's determined, focused. She's breathing, but she doesn't look fatigued. Taking in a lot of advice from her corner, which I imagine is just keep doing what you're doing. Great footwork by Aaron, though.
Yeah, definitely. In and out with her combinations. I like that, too. She's throwing a lot of combinations. A lot of times you just see single punches. Lissa trying to come out strong. She's not looking so strong,
Yeah,
though.
big uppercuts and hooks.
Now, Aaron just needs to keep going here. She's knocking Lissa back.
Yeah, she's starting to look
She's starting to rock her.
a little bit. Wow.
Lissa looks like she's connecting, but just not very hard. And Aaron still got those solid punches.
Yeah,
there we go.
Aaron's throwing hard punches. Lissa's in a little too tight when she throws her kicks. They don't have anything on them when you're too close. Oh, big uppercut, hooks.
Oh, wow, look at that.
The crowd's going wild. This is a really good fight.
This is a great fight.
A lot of times you see more action out of the women because most of the time they don't have that knockout power
Right.
that a bigger,
So they gotta-
heavier, stronger man has. So you see a lot more action and they let it loose.
So they got to slowly wear them down with punch after punch. And that is what Aaron is doing.
Yeah, and they're not so afraid of getting caught. They can open up and let loose a little better.
Liz is just swinging wildly here. When she's connecting, it is just not hard enough to do any damage. Erin's totally controlling this round.
Yeah, absolutely. She's landing at will.
It looks like the punches by Lissa aren't even phasing her, too, at this point. She's just trying to get in there and get some of her own.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this, though. She's showing a lot of heart, though, because she's eating a lot of punches, doesn't quit, doesn't stop.
Yeah.
I mean, most fighters, wow, that's a lot of punishment there.
That is a lot of punishment.
Many fighters would have quit already.
10 seconds left.
They wouldn't take that.
Yeah. Wow, this is just an amazing fight. Here we go, last few seconds of the fight. Trading punches pretty well. Wow.
Action-packed all the way to the end. The fans really appreciate that.
The fans definitely like that.
Erin definitely took that fight over, but you got to give Lissa credit. She never quit, never gave up. That's a tough fight to stay in.
Yeah.
And she never quit.
She was taking some punishment from Erin, straight in the face too, man. And that headgear, I mean, it looks nice, but it doesn't stop those punches. That was great on Lissa's part.
Yeah, very impressive second fight by Erin.
Yeah, if she can come out and take a competitor like Lissa, I think she's definitely got something.
Yeah, a lot of people would consider that a mismatch, 1-0 versus 6-2, but as we clearly see, it went the opposite way.
Waiting for the announcement, though, but I'm pretty sure Erin's got it. I'd be really surprised if she didn't.
Yeah, she absolutely definitely took that fight. They have a pretty solid Muay Thai program, Hilton Head. A lot of good fighters out of there.
I wonder what's taking the judges so long.
All right, your third fight of the night was an amateur bout Muay Thai scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. Went down to the distance, the decision. Judge A saw it 27-30. Judge B 27-30. Judge C saw it 27-30. Unanimous decision. And your winner, from Hilton Head, South Carolina, blue corner, Erin O'Neill. Erin O'Neill from Hilton Head now with a record of 2 wins, no losses. Let's hear it for Alpharetta, Georgia's Lissa Braverman, red corner. Give her a round of applause. Again, our fourth fight of the night on your fight card. This is a professional bout. Mixed martial arts scheduled again for 3 5-minute rounds. In the red corner, weighing in at 185 pounds, fighting out of Columbia Sub-Fight Team with a record of 1 win, 1 loss, from Columbia, South Carolina, red corner, Steve Sawyer. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 185 pounds, fighting out of Knuckle Up, Atlanta, fighting his career right here at Wild Bill's Fight Night with a record of 1-2 with his one win, one of the most vicious wins ever in Fight Night history, from Lawrenceville, Georgia. He's one of yours, blue corner, Chris Ziggler. Andy Foster will be your referee for this fight. Again, professional mixed martial arts, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Welcome to round 1 from Hooters.
Hi, I'm Carrie Christmas here with Kevin Gittemeyer for fight number 4, Steve Sawyer versus Chris Ziggler. Steve is in the black and red shorts. Chris is in the army fatigues. What would you call those?
Yeah, army fatigues. This should be an interesting fight. They both have about the same experience level.
Yes.
Chris at 1 win, 2 losses, and Steve at 1 win, 1 loss.
Now that's Chris's amateur record, so this is his pro debut.
Bad position to be in right now in a pro fight with elbows. Oh, good reversal though.
Yeah.
Wow, right back though.
Fast-paced fight.
Yeah, the ropes kind of saved him on that one. Good underhooks though. He may actually reverse this one more time. Wow, that's a nice move.
That is a nice move. This is going so fast.
Yeah, it's
He's
not
got his
used.
back. No, he doesn't.
That move's not used much. A lot of wrestlers use it. It comes real natural to them. They use something very similar in wrestling. He's gonna go for this choke. That's tight. That is tight.
Oh, wow, that is tight.
Yeah, but now he's side mounted. Doesn't matter. It alleviates a lot of pressure. No experienced fighter should tap to this. What Steve needed to do was pull guard with that choke. The fight would likely be over had he done that.
He's
right
still
now,
holding it, though.
yeah, he's going to fatigue his arm. There's no point to hold it. He needs to let go, reclaim guard, or escape. Don't fatigue that arm this early in the fight.
Couple knees to the body, nice.
He uses it for a reversal.
Stand back up, nice, nice.
That was a nice job by Chris to try to take his back.
Yeah. Got a good knee to the face there, too.
Now this is going to fatigue both these guys. This clinch work and this
Yeah, look
grappling.
at this. A single leg takedown with him resisting so hard.
That was a good knee by Chris.
Good shot to the face there.
This is a lot of action in this fight.
Yeah, this is going so fast.
Right here, Steve's trying to get behind him, and he practically is. He just needs to
There
get a
we
little
go.
more control.
Got one hook in, it looks like.
Now,
Both hooks in.
this
He's got
could
the choke, too.
Yeah, this could spell trouble. If Chris doesn't know how to defend this choke well, it could spell trouble.
Oh, it looks like he's got it sunk. Oh, and he taps. Oh, wow. He tapped that.
Yeah, well, the choke was tight. Unfortunately, Chris didn't defend it properly. When you get in those high-pace action fights early on, sometimes it's hard to think clearly.
That was a good, fast-paced fight. A lot of action in that first round right there.
It really was. A lot of transitions. Both of them showed skill. A lot of transitions. Chris was nearly caught in a choke early on, but was able to side mount his opponent. Showed proper defense at that time. That was a good fight, though. Both fighters will take a lot from that, learn a lot from that.
All right, on your fourth fight of the night here tonight at Wild Bill's. Professional bout, mixed martial arts scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. And the 2 minute and 16 mark, of the first round, your winner with a tap out from a neck and choke. Red corner from Columbia, South Carolina, Steve Sawyer, your winner. Steve Sawyer now with a record of 2-1 from Columbia, South Carolina, red corner. And let's hear it for Lawrenceville's own, Chris Ziggler, blue corner. Fifth fight of the night, amateur bout, mixed martial arts, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing, in the blue corner, weighing in at 170 pounds, fighting out of Top of the Line Fitness, Atlanta, with a record of 2 wins, 1 loss, from Atlanta, GA, Daryl Parody. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 170 pounds, fighting out of Conyers, Georgia. Debut bout, no wins and no losses. It's all on the line from Conyers, Georgia. Red corner, Jeff Boudreaux. Your referee, Mr. Andy Foster, again for this amateur mixed martial arts fight scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. And here's a new Hooters girl. Welcome to round 1 from Hooters and Wild Bills.
Hi, I'm Carrie Christmas here with Kevin Gittemeyer for fight number 5 on Comcast On Demand at Wild Bills. We have Daryl Parody and Jeff Bourdois in the ring. Daryl Parody is in the loose black and white shorts, and Jeff is in the tight black shorts. Daryl fought here last fight night, won the fight.
Yeah, if I remember, he was impressive in his victory.
He was. He was the Marine, dedicated his fight to his fellow Marines.
He wants to keep it standing. Jeff, being trained by Roberto Travin, definitely wants to get it to the ground.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to take it down right away, too. Ooh.
Good trip takedown.
Nice takedown. Some hard body shots, too, right there.
Yeah, Daryl's trying to keep him tight. Jeff doing a good job of working the body.
Andy Foster in the ring as the ref tonight. Looks like Daryl's trying to keep him down.
Yeah, Jeff wants to soften him up a little bit, maintain his position, soften him up a little, and then pass. He's doing a good job. Those body shots add up. Armbar attempt by Daryl.
Looks like Jeff's doing a good job of keeping his arms in there so Daryl can't get his legs around.
Yeah, he's going to keep his elbows tight.
Armbar attempt, looks like. No, got it free.
Although that was a great attempt. Exceptional defense by Jeff.
Yeah.
That was a very solid attempt. It was sneaky, it was fast.
Looks like he's stopping the knee, too. He's got some good defense going on right here.
Yeah, he's tied up in a bad position, but he's blocking the knees.
All tied up in the ropes right now.
That's something not enough fighters do, knee from this position.
Yeah, that can do a lot of damage. Oh, wow, those are some hard body shots.
Body shots, he can't hit to the face, it's amateur, but these are some hard body shots. He's got the guy tied up. He's got his arm and his knee trapped, and then his other arm trapped between the legs. Daryl needs to find a way out of this.
Looks like Daryl's looking straight at his corner, too, so he's looking for some advice.
Yeah.
And in his corner right now, he's got Blake Bowman, who's on the current season of Tough, so he's got some talent in his corner. Maybe they can give him some good advice. Oh, he's got to get out of this position.
Great roll
There we
through.
go.
Yeah, great roll through. He's back up where he wants to be.
That was nice. Oh, he's a little cocky, too.
Yeah, that may make him confident. That could be a little disheartening for Jeff. We'll see.
He was like, and then he got out of that.
Yeah, once you escape your...
Few good trades right there.
Yeah, he's got to worry about this choke, though.
He does.
Jeff's almost got his back.
That
Good job. He pulled his left arm through. Stopped him from taking the back. Daryl's definitely confident now because he stopped his opponent's strong suit.
I just hope he doesn't get too confident and too comfortable.
There's the bell. The crowd was so into that fight, we didn't even hear the bell.
I didn't even hear the bell. That was great. That was a great first round.
Yeah, it absolutely was. I mean, both fighters here to fight for sure. Jeff showing some good composure for his first fight. Some really good technique. Let's see if he can maintain this composure. This will show you how well he's trained. Some beginning fighters get discouraged when they get the opponent in a bad position and can't capitalize.
What's the crowd chanting here? I can't tell.
I'm not sure.
They're cheering for someone.
They're just happy to witness some good fights.
Both fighters are a little winded listening to their corner. That was a tough first round.
Yeah.
Standing, going to the ground like that.
I'll tell you what, if Jeff could have thrown punches to the face, he may have ended the fight in that first round. Being amateur, he had to maintain them to the body, but those were hard punches. He had good, solid position, good balance, and hard punches.
That's right. I keep forgetting that this is an amateur fight. Man.
Yeah, that would have been a very bad position in a professional fight.
Yeah.
Let's see how confident Daryl looks after that.
Here we go, second round. Again, Jeff in the tight black shorts, Daryl in the black and white surfer shorts.
Yeah, Daryl's loading up, though.
Jeff going straight for the takedown. He wants to keep him on the ground, looks like.
Yeah, he wants to definitely keep him down there, avoid the striking, score some points with the judges. If he can continue to soften up and wear his opponent out, he may be able to catch him in something.
Looks, that was pretty close to his face, that shot there. They're actively working. Jeff's on some good body shots here. The rule about being on the ground is you have to be actively working.
Yeah, you have to be active. If the bottom guy really wants to stall out the position, he usually can to get a stand-up. He's got to be careful going for these arm bars and triangles. Jeff's too good for that, and he's going to pass the guard probably every time. And he gets the same position. He locks that up. Daryl has to free that right arm. He cannot leave that trapped in him.
Kind of stuck in that corner right there. I wonder if Andy's going to stand him up.
Yeah, unfortunately, with these short rounds.
Here we go. He's got a great side control here.
Yeah, Jeff needs to knee here. That's about the only way he can do real significant damage.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Nice.
That
was a great stand-up.
Yeah, but Daryl made the mistake of going for knees and pushing his opponent down. He needs to underhook.
His hand is caught in the ropes. Caught in the ropes.
Yeah, they're about to warn him for grabbing the ropes, but his hands got caught in them. Daryl made the mistake of pushing his opponent down for a knee. He needs to lift his opponent up to stop the takedown.
Yeah.
A little controversy here.
It's definitely some controversy. His corner's yelling.
Yeah, they wanted to take down. They've got a good, solid argument.
You can't get the takedown, though, when his arm's caught in the ropes, man. This is not happening. Oh, nice sprawl. Got the takedown there.
Daryl's got a good inside leg kick. The problem is he keeps getting taken down right afterwards. Yeah. He knocks his opponent off his base and then stands there to get taken down. He has to use that inside leg kick, step back, set something else up.
Right. He steps in, throws it, and stays in, so he gets taken down. Jeff likes this, I don't know if I'd call it full side control, but it's some sort of side.
Yeah, he's got some real unorthodox control there, and it really works well for him.
Looks like Daryl's got a good choke here. I don't know if he's got it sunk in. Like you said, can't really get it from side.
No, you can't. Not against anybody trained. He's just using that to hold his opponent down.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Jeff is not throwing knees here, which he should be doing.
No, he needs to go ahead and trap that arm under one knee, free the other up for
Daryl's
strikes.
throwing some knees from the ground, which is great.
Yeah. You have to discourage your opponent any chance possible.
There's the bell. Second round's over. Great second round. The judges, though, might find that a little hard to judge. Don't know who took that.
Yeah, they're usually going to give it to the guy that exhibited more control, if not a lot of damage was done, and I don't really see any damage on either fighter.
I wonder how much that false takedown played into the judging, though.
Well, it may not have mattered because Jeff earned a takedown shortly thereafter.
That's true.
Daryl just really needs to use his inside leg kicks and look to land a big right hand at the same time instead of knocking his opponent down and standing still to get taken down himself. If he can drop his opponent repeatedly with inside leg kicks, I mean, the judges are going to give that to him.
Yeah. I wonder if his corner's telling him that. That'd be smart.
Jeff's obviously superior on the ground, so Daryl needs to keep it up.
Yeah, he wants to take this fight. Jeff looks pretty tired, though. They both do.
Yeah. Usually when you start grabbing your gear, that's a sign of fatigue.
Yeah. Daryl almost took advantage of that, too.
He has to get out of that. He really has to work on underhooks and takedown defense. Now this is an attempt by Daryl to avoid the takedown. The ref needs to go ahead and do something about that. He's acting like he innocently fell through the ropes.
Yeah, he's being a bit of a drama queen right now. Took an accidental shot to the nose, played it up. Hopefully it'll piss him off just enough to...
Yeah, he just needs to get up. He doesn't need to go for arm bars or triangles. He gets caught in a real bad position inside mount every time. He's not going to get this. He needs to just get up.
Luckily, he's skilled enough to avoid all these attempts that Jeff is throwing. But yeah, he does need to stand back up. He is never going to take this fight on the ground. He is on the bottom. He's in the less dominant position.
Jeff's got side mount here. It's really hard early in your career to be real effective with knees. It takes a lot of experience.
Yeah, he looks like he's straight jiu-jitsu right now. He's not throwing a lot of really hard punches. He's not utilizing the knees on the ground. Looks like Daryl's going for...
Yeah, now if he gets this arm out, it may be solid, but... Yeah, see now, Jeff did the right thing.
Jeff, yeah, that was a great roll.
He abandoned the position to avoid the submission, and sometimes you have to do that. You have to just abandon your dominant position. Daryl needs to let loose. He needs to let loose.
Yeah, he does. Look at Jeff going straight for the takedown again.
Yeah, it's a replay every time. Daryl has to get his legs out. He cannot keep letting him hook that leg. He's got to learn to sprawl.
Man, going straight to the less dominant position again. This is just not looking good for the judges.
No, Daryl's definitely got to do something dramatic.
Looks like he's going for that arm again. Can't really tell from the angle I'm at.
Yeah, he had success with the reversal last time. He needs to attempt it this time. I'm sure Jeff's going to do a better job of defending it, though. Jeff may ride it out. He's getting a little fatigued. He's in dominant control. Lock his hands, play it safe so he can't get Kimura.
He's got a great lock on his hand right now.
Yeah, but Jeff went ahead and passed. Daryl made the mistake of opening his guard.
This would be the perfect time to throw some knees on the ground. He's just not utilizing it.
Yeah, not many fighters do.
Body's wide open for it, too.
Yeah, he's going to go for a choke. He may actually get it. If Daryl's fatigued, he may get
back.
it.
No hooks in, though, so I don't know how effective this choke is going to be.
It depends on the skill level of your opponent. He may finish this.
He's got to hold it for 10 seconds. If he can hold it for 10 seconds, he's good.
Yeah, he's going to be all right.
There we go.
That was a good fight. Very entertaining fight. Back and forth.
Very entertaining fight. I think Jeff's got it just from the points. Yeah. He thinks he's got it, too.
Yeah, Jeff took that fight. Daryl's got to work his sprawl defense and his underhooks. I mean, it was it's just a repeat every time.
Yeah. It's tough to learn from your mistakes in the ring, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's going to have to study the video and come back better. Very difficult to make adjustments in the ring, although we did see one of the most dramatic adjustments on the last fight card. The wrestler came out predominantly grappling, turned into a Muay Thai striker round 2.
Just flexing for the crowd.
I think he clearly won, but it is important to get that crowd behind you. Make
Yeah.
the judge's decision easy. It's difficult. Make it as easy as possible.
I know you've said that before. I guess it does play a lot into the judge's mind when they hear the crowd cheer when you have your hands up.
People are impressionable, and if everybody in here thinks he won, whether knowingly or unknowingly, that affects the judges.
Great fight, though. Went the distance.
All right, well,
Really,
those
really
who
active
enjoyed that
fight.
one, your 5th fight of the night. It was an amateur bout, mixed martial arts scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Once again, going the distance, Judge A, I love it, the ring's looking in. Judge A saw it 30-27. Judge B saw it 30-27. Judge C also saw it 30-27 with a unanimous decision. Your winner, red corner, Conyers, Georgia, Jeff Boudreaux. Jeff Boudreaux, your winner. Again, your 6th fight of the night. It's an amateur bout, mixed martial arts, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Red corner, weighing in at 145 pounds, fighting out of Hardcore Athens, with a record of 1 win, no losses, from Athens, Georgia, home of the Bulldogs, Thomas Thompson. His opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, also weighing in at 145 pounds, fighting out of Team Dojo Swanee, with a record of 1 win, 1 loss, from the former home of the Atlanta Falcons, Swanee, Georgia, DJ Wedington, blue corner. And your referee for this bout will be Mr. Adam Sellers. Welcome to round 1 from Hooters.
Hi, I'm Carrie Christmas here with Kevin Gittemeyer. Fight number 6 of the night, Thomas Thompson versus DJ Wedgeson. This is a great fight. Thomas Thompson is in the red shorts, DJ's in the black shorts. Thomas representing Hardcore Gym, home of Forrest Griffin, who is in the house tonight. DJ out of Team Dojo.
Yeah, the fans are real electric. They're real happy to see Forrest every time he comes in. He's good with the fans. He's good with the crowd.
He's a fan favorite, and he can back it up in the ring.
Yeah, that might have his teammates a little motivated.
Wow, going to the ground fast.
Yeah, DJ came close to reversal there, but Thomas shut it down right at the last second.
It's an amateur MMA fight, so no shots to the head. They have to work the body.
DJ's doing a good job of trapping that right hand, even though it came out. He did a really good job of trapping it.
DJ's a seasoned fighter. He was on the last fight card.
That left hand's a little low, though.
It looked like it hurt DJ more than it hurt Thomas. Thomas throwing some good shots right here.
Yeah, he's throwing some pretty accurate punches. He's getting a little wild now, though.
Wow, great reversal.
DJ's obviously got a wrestling background. That doesn't come naturally.
That was great. Man, he's 38 too and moving that fast. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was all hip movement. Comes from years of wrestling. Thomas doing a good job.
Defending it, yes.
Reclaimed guard and then kicked him off. DJ's got to lift a hand up, though. You have to have super fast reflexes to fight like that, and at 38, I doubt he has them.
Well, from what I heard, he's got a point sparring background. He said he took MMA to slow it down a little bit, which I thought was kind of funny. Few uppercuts right there, nice uppercuts.
Yeah, those were good uppercuts. Honestly, he's leaving that wide open for Thomas to throw that right hand.
He really is.
You play with fire long enough, you get burned. Yeah. And that point karate, they go kind of fast because they can't do a lot of damage.
Right, it's more like a game of really fast tag than anything else.
But here they can do damage, so it's more important to protect yourself.
Yeah, he's got to pick up that hand.
He needs, I was going to say he needs to use some of that wrestling, but that was desperation there.
Yeah.
He didn't use Thomas's momentum with him. He kind of forced the move. Many times you'll see him push the opponent in the rope, so when the opponent pushes back, they'll do that hip throw.
That was awfully close to the face.
It looked like a punch to elbow combination there. Yeah, these are tough rules for some people to fight with.
He's got that lockdown on that leg really good. So
yeah, now we see some knees.
There we go, fell.
It's hard to do damage from that position without headshots.
Yeah, you really got to have some hard shots to do some damage to the body from there.
The good thing about that is it forces these guys to think during this fight, which is going to be an asset later when they become pros.
Fighters think during fights, Kevin?
Some of them do.
Great first round, a lot of movement, going from standing to ground.
Thomas looks a little winded, though. Watching him in the corner, he's taking some pretty big breaths. He looks a little winded. DJ, surprisingly, looks pretty composed. Doesn't really...
He really does.
He's taking breaths, but he doesn't look fatigued.
Here we go, second round. Again, Thomas in the red shorts, DJ in the black shorts.
That was a hard kick.
That was a hard kick. Oh,
he
wow.
Hit him in the face.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he hit him with a solid shot to the face. I think it was just instinct took over. Instinct took over. He didn't mean to do it, but it happened. Instinct just took over. He landed that big kick to the body, followed it up with a big right hand, which normally is the right thing to do with these new amateur rules. It's very tough.
DJ's laid out, still not up.
That's really unfortunate for both fighters, actually.
Yeah.
You can't blame Thomas for that.
No, I mean, it's instinct. And this is only the second fight with the new rules, so it's going to take a little bit of getting used to. Looks like he's up. He's definitely the crowd favorite, it looks like. Wow.
Thomas very upset.
DJ very dazed. Wondering what they're going to do with this. Are they going to call the fight, or are they going to let it keep going? Because that was an illegal punch.
I think he called the fight. The ref waved it off. Once they do that, the fight's usually over. It appears they called the fight. Unfortunate for both fighters.
Yeah.
Right now, while we're going over the decision, I want to remind everybody, first off, we are on Comcast On Demand. And if you take a quick moment, look at your Comcast cards. You were handed Comcast cards when you entered Wild Bills tonight, or they've been given to you. If you have your Comcast card in front of you, if you see a blue sticker in the center when you open up your card, Comcast would love to invite you to visit their Comcast girls near the entrance to claim your free UFC gift. Now, if you see a red sticker, just hold tight and we'll let you know what you've won in a few minutes. Blue sticker, head to the front door to the Comcast girls. You've won a UFC prize. Red sticker, hold up. Also, I know you guys enjoyed seeing and hearing from him. Forrest Griffin is signing autographs and selling t-shirts that are extra large, 100% cotton, guaranteed not to shrink or fade, right over there at the front door. So if you want to get an autograph from Forrest, he's available at any time the rest of the evening. Yeah, come on.
One interesting thing with the fights, I've seen a lot of fighters fight under more liberal, loose rules and take a lot of these same strikes that, when they're illegal, seem to hurt them more. I'm not sure if they'll call this a no contest or a disqualification.
All right. Our referee will now bring the two fighters to the center of the ring. Again, this was an amateur mixed martial arts bout scheduled for three 3-minute rounds. In the second round, at the 14-second mark, fighter in the red corner struck the fighter in the blue corner in the face. Rules are stated in amateur mixed martial arts that if a fighter is on the ground, you may not strike him in the face. As the rules are stated, the judges have ruled it is a disqualification in the red corner for Thompson. Therefore, your winner, blue corner, from Swanee, Georgia, DJ Wedington. Unfortunate happening, disqualified red corner, Thompson from Athens, Georgia. If you're a fan, give him a round of applause. But it is the rules, the fighters know it. He deserves a round of applause. He got hit when he was down. Your winner, blue corner, DJ Wedington, Swanee, Georgia. All right, again, your 7th fight of the night. Professional bout, mixed martial arts, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Red corner, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of ATT Fort Lauderdale with a record of 12 wins, 6 losses. From Fort Lauderdale, Florida, red corner, Ran White Boy Weathers. His opponent in the blue corner, also weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Knuckle Up, Atlanta, with a record of 6 wins, 10 losses, and 1 knockout. From Atlanta, Georgia, blue corner, Harris Norwood. All right, everybody, kill it 1 second. I swear I didn't write it down, I just read it, but I want to make a correction. He has 10 wins, 6 losses, 1 knockout. Thank you. Get your head right. I apologize. I'll kill the person that did it. Hooters round one with a brand new Hooters girl. Come on. All right, if you haven't noticed, these guys are scrappy. You got a fight coming, Wild Bills. Let me hear you scream. It's your 7th fight of the night. Rand, White Boy Weathers, Harris Norwood. Yeah, come on.
All right, guys, number 7 of the fights tonight. We have Rand, White Boy Weathers versus Harris, Smallville, Norwood. Harris in the black trunks. Rand in the white and camo, or the black and camo trunks.
Rand's the white guy.
Yeah.
This should be an explosive fight. Harris is very good striker, hard leg kicks.
Yeah.
Loose
Ooh.
fighter.
Now, they used to be teammates, so this is a huge fight of the night.
Yeah, absolutely. I've trained with both these guys. They're both very good. Rand, prefers the ground. He's very good on the ground. He's confident on his feet, but not on the level Harris is. Meanwhile, Harris is good on the ground, but he's certainly not the level of Rand on the ground. Harris is a much better striker.
It's going to be a really interesting fight.
This is going to be a competitive fight. Whoever implements their game plan will win. If Harris can keep it up, he'll win. If Rand keeps it down, he'll likely win. Rand's probably going to slow it down and take it easy. Former teammates. The fight was offered to him. They both accepted. Rand lives down in Florida now, trains with American Top Team.
Yeah, he used to train with Knuckle Up with Harris. He told me that Harris was one of the first guys that kicked his butt all over the ground. So this is definitely an interesting matchup. Both actively working on the ground. A lot of really good technique here. Harris got the lockdown on that leg of Rand's.
Yeah, he really does. He doesn't want to mess around with Rand's jiu-jitsu. He wants to get up, get into his striking game. Good job by Harris.
Great job by Rand, forcing him back down, keeping side mount.
Yeah, Harris nearly escaped. Rand repositioned his weight. This could be bad news. He's got the arm trapped. He's going to go for elbows. If he traps that other arm behind his head, Harris is in big trouble.
Harris looks like struggling here. Rand's taking his time, setting the position up right.
Yeah, he's going to go for an arm triangle choke here.
It looks like, oh my God, he has got the great setup right now.
He's just going to jump sides. Now,
look at that jiu-jitsu. That is just great.
Now, Rand actually wanted to pass the guard, though.
That's okay.
Harris did a good job pulling him in the guard, alleviate some pressure. Big elbow by Rand. Harris didn't expect that. He needs to do a good job of tying him up here. I believe Rand's probably a little bit bigger, a little heavier. Harris wants to tie him up, get a ref stand up. When Harris can get off with his striking, it's extremely dangerous. When he lets loose and gets off, very dangerous fighter.
Looks like Rand's gonna try to break the guard, standing up.
Yeah, Harris has got long, skinny legs. He can wrap you up in that figure 4.
With no problem.
Hammer fist.
Rand's ground skills are really, really good here.
Yeah, they are. He wants to at least fatigue them and wear them out. So if they do get back on their feet due to a stand-up or a new round, he wants to have them fatigued and hurt.
Yeah, Harris is exerting a lot of energy here. He's got to keep the guard closed while fighting from the bottom, which is a defensive position. Rand, all he's got to do is kind of sit there and throw some punches and kind of counter Harris. So it's a really tiresome position that Harris is in.
Yeah, Harris is trying to land elbows of his own from bottom, but he's much better doing that stand-up. He's not as good from his back throwing him. He needs to concentrate on locking Rand's hands down. He needs to lock him down and stall him out.
Yeah.
Rand's just better at this portion of the fight game.
It's hard fighting from the bottom, though. It really is. Not a lot of people are really good at it.
No, very few are. It takes a lot of experience and composure, and right now, it's hard to show that composure when you're getting elbow, but Harris is doing a pretty good job, but he has to tie these elbows up.
Yeah, he's got to watch it. He's trying to be defensive, but he's just not doing a good enough job. Those elbows are still rocking him.
No, those strikes from the bottom aren't going to do it either. The only time those are effective is when you've got your heels on your hips and you can push your opponent down in your striking range. Right now, Rand is in Rand's striking range.
Yeah, I think at this point, Harris needs to let go of the guard and just get up.
He definitely has to keep this overhook here, tie these arms up. He needs to tie these arms up and stall this out. He can't keep getting elbowed.
Look at Rand trying to break his guard right now. He's got the knee. There we go.
Yeah, very effective guard break.
Nice.
Right to side mount. This is going to spell trouble. If every time he puts him here, he fatigues him. Me and Rand used to train this. I used to work with him on his side mount. It's been a long time.
Rand's a big fan of Jason Mayhem Miller's side mount, and Jason has one of the best side mounts in the industry. Just, you can't beat it.
Yeah, Jason's really flexible and can make stuff work that a lot of people can't. Good
nice job by Harris.
Yeah, excellent.
There we go.
Excellent job by Harris.
Wow.
Rand went for full mount. That round's going to be over. Great round. Great round.
That was such a good round. That was probably the round of the night, in my opinion.
Yeah, Rand went for full mount. He suspected Harris was a little fatigued, which is, if you're going to do full mount, it's the time to do it. You full mount a fresh fighter, he's going to escape.
Wow, really great round. Can't wait for round 2.
Now Harris, despite taking elbows, he's showing a lot of composure. He's really, he took them well. He just needs to work on tying Rand's arms up. Rand needs to just keep doing what he's doing. One of those elbows will open up a cut.
Yeah, Harris has a hell of a chin. I mean, he has taken some really hard shots I've seen in his career, and he keeps trucking. So he's got a chin for sure. It's just, is Rand going to get him on the ground, I think, is kind of the question. Is Harris going to get Rand standing, or is Rand going to get Harris on the ground?
Yeah, Harris has a chin, and he also has a shin, which he likes to
Oh, yeah. He's got those leg kicks.
He likes to throw them upon his opponent's chin, so Harris is looking to get off here. He needs to meet him in the middle so he has space to work. He can't get trapped in a corner. Yeah.
There we go. Rand trying to take him right to the ground.
Yeah, immediately. He doesn't want any part of that stand-up. Now Harris really has to focus on just getting up. He may get a triangle. I don't think he's going to get one against Rand. Rand's pretty solid here.
Rand's got his good arm positioning. I really don't think he's going to get it. Look, he's defending it already.
Yeah, he's backing out, working. He's looking for the pass. He wants to pass. Now Harris needs to throw elbows here. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah.
Rand's blocking. He's expecting an elbow to come. Yeah, when you can't finish the move, you have to hurt your opponent. And right now, a triangle is a great setup for elbows. They're both friends of mine, so I'm not going to yell any advice. If they weren't, I would tell Harris to elbow him, because he's right here at shouting this right here on our table.
I don't know if that came across on screen, but Rand actually just moved Harris back into the ring. He scooted him over, so. You can hear Rand's corner from here.
Yeah.
Got Rory Singer of the UFC.
Excellent guard pass. A little excited over there, losing his voice. Understandable. I'm sure I'll lose mine in the main event with Tom Wynn.
Yeah, Hardcore got a lot of morale here tonight. A couple of fights on the card, and then, of course, one of their veterans, Forrest Griffin, is here.
Oh, absolutely. The fans love Forrest. Forrest gets out there, interacts with them, real sociable with them. Everybody's pleased to see him. Got a big fan following. He actually beat the #1 205 in the world.
Yeah.
Forrest just did.
Whoa!
This is bad news.
This is bad. He's got him flattened down on his back. Harris has just got to get up right now.
Yeah,
oh my goodness, look at him flailing. He's got to get up. He's turning over.
This is horrible.
This is really bad.
Harris
is struggling right now to defend himself. Oh!
The crowd is going crazy. Harris needs to throw his legs up and hook him. He's got long, flexible legs.
Yeah.
Rand actually got fatigued from hitting him.
Wow.
Harris took a lot of abuse there, but he's not showing it. He's showing a little fatigue, but for as much abuse as Harris just took, I mean, Rand literally got fatigued from hitting his opponent.
Yeah, that's the tough chin that I was talking about.
But Rand needs to, big elbow. If that would have landed, you heard that echo through the building.
Yeah.
It missed. Harris moved right in time and it hit the canvas. Harris needs to lock him down here and not let go.
Yeah, he does.
He has to lock him down here. Lock him down, pick a time to explode and roll out.
He's trying.
Yeah,
he's trying right now.
He didn't pick a time to explode, though.
Wow.
He just slowly tried to roll out. He's not locking Rand down anymore. Rand's going to trap that hand.
Rand's looking at his corner, telling him to get space. Oh, and Harris reversed it. Wow.
Good reversal. Rand got a little bit high. He was trying to trap the arm under his knee so he could deliver some elbows. Got a little bit high.
Wow.
Harris needs to just to get up.
Wow.
He needs to get up. He needs to strike now. He needs to fight.
Oh, no! Taken straight back to the ground. Wow, just where Harris does not want to be.
No, absolutely not. He's going to have to time a knee. Rand's coming in every single time. Rand respects Harris. He respects his fighting ability, and he respects his striking, and Rand's not going to get in there and trade.
Yeah.
With some opponents, Rand will. Rand's got decent hands, but not against Harris. He's not going to. He's going to shoot.
Yeah, he made that very evident in his interview last night. He said, I respect the hell out of Harris. That's why I'm not coming in with some fancy intro, because he deserves that much respect, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's not going to take any chances. So Harris is really going to have to seize that. His corner needs to talk to him, let him know he's coming in every time. He needs to forget about the leg kicks, throw some punches, and time a big knee. Because Rand's just chipping away.
He really is. And Harris being in this position on the bottom is really just got to be wearing him out.
Yeah, Harris is fighting a bigger opponent. He's on bottom.
Which is the defensive position. Rand's just raining down on him, man.
Yeah, Harris is not blocking these elbows properly. He really needs to work on stalling the opponent out from the bottom.
Yeah, and a tough chin can really only take you so far.
He gets an overhook and then lets it go.
I just think that's lack of experience on the ground.
Yeah, like you said, not many fighters are good from the bottom. There's an art to it. To stall out, pick your spot, throw a big elbow.
10 seconds left.
There's also range from top and bottom.
Yeah.
Right now, Rand is in the range to damage Harris. Harris has to push his head down his body closer to his stomach to put Rand in the range. Harris has got to adjust his game plan. He's lost 2 rounds here.
Wow.
Very impressive elbows from Rand.
Very impressive fight from Rand in general. I mean, Harris too, but unfortunately the ground is just not his forte. You know, I mean, he's got really strong kicks, he's got really strong leg work, but it's just not giving him a chance to showcase it.
Yeah, I mean, Harris is competent on the ground. He's beat people on the ground. He's just not going to beat somebody as good as Rand on the ground.
Right.
Rand's better.
Especially Rand, moved down to ATT, training with UFC 2-time champion Cole Miller. He's got Rory Singer in his corner. I mean, he's just got a lot of experience in his corner, especially for ground skills. And Harris, Muay Thai background, kickboxing background. I don't think he can really match it here.
Now, he's got to keep it on his feet. He literally has to finish the fight, and that's going to mean a big knee.
I don't think Rand's going to give him the opportunity. He's going to try to take it right back to the ground.
Sprawl and brawl. He needs to punch and sprawl, punch and sprawl.
Harris got a good leg kick there. Both of them shaking.
Now,
nice.
He needs to get out of that.
Rand is just not giving him a chance
Harris he has to get distance. He has to get his hips behind him. Not Rand sucking his hips under him. Harris has got to get his hips behind him.
Harris is trying, but Rand is just really that skilled on the ground.
Yeah, he's tenacious with the takedowns. He doesn't want to deal with head kicks. He just caught one, even though he blocked it. That's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage.
Randy Couture just got his arm broken blocking a head kick. It still does damage. Rand doesn't want to deal with that, so he's going to be tenacious with his takedown.
And Rand constantly looking over at his corner for advice. That is really, really smart, because the corner can judge what's going on in a fight better than someone who's in the middle of it. Wow. I wonder how much the weight factor's playing into this. Rand had to cut a lot of weight to meet the 155. And, you know, Harris is just 155 walking around, so.
Yeah, I mean, Harris is really a 145. It plays a factor when your opponent's on top of you, and Rand's on top of him.
Yeah, he's been on top of him all night.
Yeah, so it definitely plays a factor. Had Harris kept it standing up, it may have been less of a factor.
Yeah, it's hard.
So basically what you have here, both were capable of winning, but Rand implemented his plan.
Yeah, a little bit better. Wow.
Those hurt. They don't look like it, but that across the back of the head, around to the face, those punches hurt.
Yeah, that looked. They look good.
See,
from
this
here.
is good. This stuff, it's a little late.
He's
but
chipping. Yeah, he's chipping on his leg right here, which
these
is good.
things hurt. They make people move, and when people move, that's when you get opportunities.
Yeah, they give up position. They'll give up a great position if you are chipping away at their calf.
Yeah, Rand's really working the guard pass, though, to side mount.
He loves that side mount. I don't know how many times I've heard him talk about Mayhem Miller's side mount and how great it is and how much control you have and how much flexibility you have from it.
Side mount's the most dominant position. People are just starting to realize that. It's by far the most dominant position. Your weight distribution's better. You can do more damage. And Rand's starting to get better at it. As he gets better and better, he'll eventually finish people from this position with elbows. Keep your eye out for that in the main event. That's what I think we're going to see with Tom Wynn. We train extensively elbows and side mount. If he gets the opponent there, there's going to be a lot of blood.
Rand's going for the choke here.
Now that may be tight because Harris is a little fatigued.
Everyone's getting excited. Yeah, I don't know.
Let's see.
Oh, he gave
beautiful
it up.
escape. He needs to get up. He just needs to get up.
Yeah,
though.
he needs to stand up. There we go.
He needs to kick him now.
Now, definitely.
Get out of the corner. He's got to get out of the corner. He's got to implement his game plan. Rand's doing a great
there we
job.
Go. That connected.
Yeah, that connected. Rand's doing a good job of covering up.
If he had a chance to throw through a few more of those kicks, it might be a totally different game.
Yeah, he needs to work on his space in the ring and footwork. He can't get trapped in the corner. Rand's going to stall it out. He won this fight.
Yeah.
He won this fight. He fought a very dangerous opponent and neutralized him. He didn't want to catch those head kicks, and he made sure not to.
Andy Foster, the ref, standing the fight up. They were kind of over there.
Harris needs to go. Harris needs to go.
Yeah.
There's not much time left.
It really isn't. And he's got to win this fight.
Yeah.
There we go. Nice knee. Damn. Right to the ground again, though.
The problem is when Harris goes down, he leaves his hips directly under him or in front of him. He has to get his hips behind him. He'll never stop these takedowns.
That's just an experience thing. He's got to get more experience in sprawling.
This is good by Rand. Actually, go ahead and take advantage of his vulnerable position and soften him up some. And just let the clock run out. I mean, Rand won the fight.
Yeah, Rand obviously won the fight. These knees are just... He's been in the dominant position all night. He's basically dictated the fight.
That head kick just gave you a taste of what could have been had Harris been able to implement his game plan. It was a very dangerous opponent, but Rand just did a great job of neutralizing him.
He really did. I kind of would have liked to see more of the standing game, but, you know, Rand's just dominating the fight, bringing it straight to the ground every single time.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, fortunately, it looks like both will probably exit the ring uninjured. Oh, that's a solid armbar attempt. 10 seconds left.
Wow.
Solid.
All he's got to do is hold it on.
Now, Rand won't tap to this.
No, Rand will break his arm before he taps to this.
Very surprising. Rand was
goodness.
surprised by that. Rand let his guard down with the fight coming to a close.
Wow.
Out of nowhere, Harris locks up a very tight, very technical armbar.
Wow, what a great fight.
That just goes to show you the level of composure Harris showed with a heavier opponent on him for 15 minutes. He's got that level of composure at the end of the fight. Very impressive. Both fighters, Rand just didn't get a chance to get off. Rather, Harris didn't get a chance to get off. He showed small glimpses of what he's capable of.
That was such a great fight. Rand, White Boy Weathers, I think, took that home, though.
Yeah, he definitely won that fight. He controlled it. He did damage. Harris did land a couple head kicks. One was blocked and one wasn't. Both of them looked like they stunned Rand just a little bit, but not enough to stop him.
That fight really deserves a standing ovation right there.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, as good as Rand is cutting through the guard.
All right, as your fighters hug it out, let's give them a round of applause. Had some action in that one. Your 7th fight of the night was a professional fight, mixed martial arts. It was scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. It went the distance. Judge A saw it 30-27. Judge B saw it 30-27. Judge C saw it 30-27. Unanimous decision. Your winner, red corner, ran White Boy Weathers from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Ran White Boy Weathers is your winner. Let's hear it for blue corner, Harris Norwood from Atlanta, Georgia. Good fight. All right, this is your 8th fight of the night, professional bout, mixed martial arts, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. This time introducing to you in the red corner, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Dark Alley Fight Club with a record of 15 wins, 6 losses. From Kalamazoo, Michigan, red corner, Matt Shaw. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, also weighing in at 170 pounds, fighting for Team Haycraft with a record of 12 wins, 4 losses, 1 knockout. From Louisville, Kentucky, blue corner, Brent Weedman. Again, this is your 8th fight of the night, professional mixed martial arts, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Welcome to round 1, brought to you by Hooters and Wild Bills.
Hi, I am Carrie Christmas. Kevin Gidmeyer had to go get ready for the next fight. We are here at Wild Bills Fight Night. Fight number 8, Matt Shaw versus Brett
Your referee,
Weedman.
Mr. Andy Foster.
Again, that's Matt Shaw versus Brett Weedman. Matt is in the blue shorts, Brett is in the white. Off to a great start. Wow. Brett is probably pound for pound one of the best fighters out there at 170. Just incredibly strong, explosive, fast, great technique. Let him back up there. He wants him on his feet. Oh, wow. That was a really fast knockout. He's got heavy hands and he knows what he's doing. Killer combination there. He took that fast. You can't say damn. Wow, great fight. Brent just hits incredibly hard. And is obviously the crowd favorite.
All right, as our referee, Andy Foster, gets our fighters to the center ring. Again, that was our 8th fight of the night, professional mixed martial arts. It was scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. In the first round, at the 39-second mark, your winner, again, in the 39-second mark of the first round. It was a tap out due to punches. Blue corner, Louisville, Kentucky, Brent Weedman is your winner. Tap out due to punches. Your winner, blue corner, Louisville, Kentucky's Brent Weedman. Now with a record of 13 wins, 4 losses, Let's hear it for Matt Shaw from the red corner from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Give him a round of applause. This time introducing the fighters to this professional mixed martial arts bout, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. All right, Wild Bills, these are the big boys. Let me hear you scream. Red corner weighing in at 265 pounds. Fighting out of the hardcore gym in Athens with a record of 7 wins, 2 losses. From Athens, Georgia, Sam Holloway, red corner. His opponent, also weighing in at 265 pounds, fighting out of hybrid AC from Virginia Beach with a record of 7 wins, no losses. From Virginia Beach, Virginia, Antoine Brit, blue corner. It's the big boys, professional bout, mixed martial arts, 3 5-minute rounds, 265 pounds. These boys win, they don't lose. Let me hear you scream, Wild Bills. Welcome to round 1 of the 9th fight of the night.
All right, we're here watching Comcast On Demand. We've got a couple new announcers. I'm Dave Oblis, the matchmaker for the event. I'm here with Kyle Maynard. We're going to be your new commentators for this night. We've got Sam Holloway versus Antoine Brit about to go at it.
This is going to be a pretty good fight. I've been excited about this one for a while. Sam Holloway is tough Division II wrestler. The guy who's coming off of a 5-fight pro win streak until he got derailed by Hollis Gracie in the IFL. Antoine Brit is 4-0, won every fight in the first round. He's never come out of the first round. It'll be interesting to see if this can be a good test for him.
It's going to be exciting because Sam's trained at the hardcore gym with some of the best fighters. I think Antoine's a little bit untested. Sam just fought in the IFL, so this should be a good fight.
Antoine's coming out with a flurry, though, coming in with some body punches, raining pretty heavy. He's got Sam in a run, heavy right. He's landed. Sam's trying to weather that storm. Sam's game's going to be try to outlast him here. He definitely wants to take him into the second round and uncharted territory for Antoine.
Yeah, Antoine's never been past the first round. He's knocked out everybody he's fought in the first round.
I don't think he's going to he's coming out with just a massive flurry of punches, though, trying to land a barrage. Sam he's weathering it, but he looks dazed after one of those rights landed. He's a phenomenally tough guy, but Antoine's definitely got some KO power.
I think if I was in there, there'd be only one right hand landed because I'd be done.
You know what, though? In Antoine's first pro fight, rather, he actually came out and guy was able to take him down, and a minute 21 into the fight, Antoine was able to stand back up and landed one shot into the fight. At any point in time, if this guy makes a connection, it's going to be over.
Dude, Kyle, you're such a geek. You did so much more research than I did.
I think you're just a little jealous about how long my list is right here.
Both these guys are wrestlers. Antoine wrestled in high school and college. Sam Holloway's a big-time wrestler, but
Antoine's
they're throwing
keeping the pressure on, though, right now.
Sam
Heavy right
Holloway's
hand.
down.
Oh, man. Heavy right. Dropped him. Wow.
That was a huge upset. Sam Holloway
Big
going down
upset.
in his hometown.
Big upset. Antoine, though, man, 5-0. Guy's got an enormous amount of power. Unbelievable. I honestly picked Sam to walk away with this one. I figured if it gone into the second round, he would have. But, that's what MMA is all about. Wearing 4-ounce gloves, and anything can happen. That's why I believe it's the greatest sport in the world.
I know we're calling it an upset here, but was it that much of an upset? I mean, he is undefeated. He's knocked everybody out in the first round.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, is it's hard to tell with a guy like this. Sam Holloway coming into this fight, his only losses have been to world-class athletes with Kevin Jordan and his recent loss to Hollis Gracie's in the IFL finals. But Antoine Brit, the guy hasn't been tested yet. He needs a heavyweight in front of him who's, I don't know. I don't even know. The guy's got an amazing amount of power.
I think Antoine just got tested. Antoine just passed his first test.
He did pass a big test right there. You're right about that.
Sam Holloway's first fight ever was against Kevin Jordan.
Right.
I don't know who told him that was a good fight. That was about as good fight as Forrest fighted Dan Severn in his first fight. But you got to give props to Antoine Brit. He came to Sam's hometown, knocked Sam out in the first round, and Sam is definitely a hell of a fighter. That was a huge upset.
That was unbelievable. Yeah, Sam, I know, was hungry for this win. He came out here, after being on a 5-fight win streak and being derailed by that, it's a tough thing. It's a tough thing to, when you lose here, too, he's got to come back
your winner, by a knockout in the first round at 1:30. Antoine the Juggernaut Rit, blue corner with a knockout. Antoine the Juggernaut.
Plus with a nickname like the Juggernaut.
Your 10th fight of the night, your main event, professional mixed martial arts scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Red corner, weighing in at 185 pounds, fighting out of Team Rock, North Carolina, with a record of 12 wins, 7 losses, 1 knockout. Johnsonville, North Carolina's own, red corner, Romez Brower. And growing up with this guy on the south side, he was the one that beat everybody up on the school bus, but he would stop as long as they submitted. Blue corner, weighing in at 185 pounds, fighting out of X3 Sports and LA Boxing, with a record of 6 wins, no losses, undefeated, from Grantville, Georgia, Tom Wynn, blue corner. This is the moment you've waited for. Thanks for coming into Wild Bell's Fight Night 12. It's the main event. Let me hear you scream. Yeah, come on.
All right, we're back here at Wild Bill's Fight Night 12 on Comcast On Demand. I'm your announcer, Dave Oblis, matchmaker for the event here at Kyle Maynard, and we're about to get going for the main event here.
This is going to be another pretty spectacular fight. Last fight we saw an amazing knockout and a pretty big upset. Like we said, this will be a test too for Tom. Romez coming through here is the guy's an animal. I've seen him fight Matt Masterson. He's fought guys like Gideon Ray, Ed Herman, some tough veterans of the sport.
Yeah, Tom Wynn's the undefeated fighter, the local favorite. He's 6-0, but Romez Brower has 20 wins on his record, 12 wins, 7 losses, 1 draw. So he's got coming in with a world of experience.
You know, in almost every fight that Romez has fought, he's ended in knockouts. But it'll be interesting too with Tom's background, you know, being a fantastic boxer and he's not a bad grappler. The guy's well-rounded. I think really that from fights that I've seen before with Romez is that he's got to go out there and make it count with the cardio. Coming in here with, wow.
There's a big slam by Romez
big slam.
right there.
Tom's able to keep him in his guard, pretty neutralized. He's working those overhooks to keep those hands down. If Romez can posture up here, he's going to do a lot more damage.
I just wish Tom had a more exciting ring entrance. He's just kind of boring over the years watching him. He's definitely got personality.
He's got a lot of personality. One of the nicest guys you could talk to, too. Yeah. Fantastic guy.
And we have no choice but to plug his website. It's MrTechnique.com. That's MRTechnique.com.
Did he threaten you with a boxing sparring match with that?
He designs my website, so I got to give him props.
Tom's working for some up kicks right here. Romez trying to keep him down. It's going to be a dangerous position for both fighters. Romez trying to come down, working these straight punches. Tom's got to pull him back into his guard, try to pull him down, or try to push off those hips and get up on out of there. Romez is a strong guy. In this first round I've seen him in, he comes out with a flurry.
And this fight here is for the National Fighting Championship Southeastern Middleweight Championship. It's 185 pounds, so the winner will be going home with the title.
Wow. Good transitions right there. Tom was able to retain half guard. Caught up in the ropes a little bit. Looks like we're going to bring him back up.
Yeah, it looks like the ref didn't know if he was going to bring them up or not. There's a little delay there.
Bringing them back down in the same position that they left, as is the custom with the sport. Romez still working from the top position here. It's a lot easier to score points from up top. Tom's got to find a way to be able to get up and escape. Either that or he's going to have to drop this round. Right now he's just thinking about minimizing this damage. These shots landing a little bit, not too much. Romez has got to be able to get up, posture up, and create more space, or try to push on one of Tom's legs and pass to a more dominant grappling position.
Looks like Tom almost got out there, but Romez's skill kept him down there. You can tell the experience level Romez has.
Romez coming in with so many fights, it's easy to come in and try to smother him. Tom with plenty of professional bouts, both in boxing and mixed martial arts, but you know, you never know. When you come in against a seasoned veteran, a guy who's been in there in every position, that just makes it tough. He's got to be careful here, leaving his guard open, his half guard in that position. He's trying to come back in and retain it. Looks like he's going for a little bit of a butterfly guard. Keeping these overhooks, or underhooks rather. Holding Romez down. Romez isn't able to do that much damage unless he can posture up, break Tom's grip, and come down right into some heavy shots. Tom's poised here too. Both of these guys are experienced enough. They've been in this position plenty.
Have you ever trained with Tom, Kyle?
I haven't had the chance to train with Tom. I do know him and his wife pretty well. They're phenomenal people. He's trained all over the place. I believe for this last fight, he was training primarily with X3 and LA Boxing down in Peachtree City. He's trained up with Hardcore Gym with Adam and Roy, I believe, quite a bit, and all over the place.
And Romez Broward from Johnsonville, North Carolina, trains with Team Rock over there.
Team Rock's actually got some tough guys. I'm not positive, but I believe they're associated with Renato Verissimo. He's one of BJ Penn's primary jiu-jitsu coaches. Can't quote me on that directly, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you, Kyle. I've never heard of Team Rock. And since you are on TV, you were quoted.
That's true. That's true. I'm used to being on the other side of the mic, though, and
looks like referee Andy Foster is stepping the two fighters back up. This is probably an advantage for Tom as he is more dominant in stand-up.
Definite more advantage for Tom. Tom was able to survive, though, on the ground. Neither of these guys really have nice body shots with Tom. Neither really expressed too much of a superiority in either position. Romez has solid stand-up, too. Look for him to throw a heavy right hand. He's in plenty of fights like that.
Right when you said look for it, he threw it right then.
Coming back with a kick, another heavy right. Body shots by Tom. If he can work that, he can definitely slow Romez down.
10 seconds left.
Both fighters want to end this with a pretty big flurry, but I believe just with the advantage of being on top, this one might go to Romez.
I've got to give this round to Romez. I had to give that one to Romez, just dominant position most of the round.
It'll be interesting to see how this progresses on, though. You got Tom is looking to be in some of the better shape that I've seen him in. He's not a guy that naturally looks as always that cut or that ripped, but he's got tremendous cardio. I think he'll be able to do well in the next couple rounds. Romez's cardio is a little bit more suspect. We'll see what happens as the fight continues.
Tom's got work in his corner. Kevin Giedermeyer, pretty popular fighter here in Atlanta. Also James the Black Plague Thorpe, another undefeated super heavyweight here in Atlanta.
Yeah, these guys are some of Atlanta's best. It's great to see the sport growing so much here. I think that this Wild Bill's Fight Night has been something that's helped out a lot, create awareness, and I mean you see, and consistently, thousands of people showing up to watch the fights. It's great to see that the exposure of the sport.
Yeah, some guy named Forrest Griffin's here tonight. I've heard of him once or twice.
Forrest Griffin was actually the guy that got me involved in training into the sport right off the bat, just by watching him and seeing, how inspiring he is and how much heart he has. I think the sport can show that heart. We'll see it later on in these rounds. Flying knee by Tom. Wow. Nice duck under with that shot. He's looking for that right hand now. He's looking for it. Able to avoid it. That's that boxing experience. Oh, big knee landed by Romez.
I think Tom's corner told him he had to come out. He was down one round. He had to keep the fight standing. He came out with a flurry in the opening of the second round right there.
He should be able to do it. He's doing a good job here, pummeling, working these underhooks. He doesn't want to have Romez get in that same position to take him down. Romez is, he's comfortable standing on his feet, too, in every fight that I've seen him in against. Could have heavy elbow there. Blocked, knocked him a little bit.
Looked like Romez was a little dazed right there, but I didn't see anything big land, but he just looked a little bit off for a second there.
These guys are going at it. Tom's landing some flush body shots.
Yeah, Tom's been landing a lot of body shots.
See a little bit of swelling and a little bit of blood over Tom's right eye. Wonder if that's going to play any factor going in as it continues. Doesn't appear to be that big of a cut, but he is bleeding a little bit now. It's more of a mental thing, I think, than anything else, though. When you start to see your blood, it turns a different intensity. Heavy body shots, too. He keeps working that hard.
Big leg shot almost took Romez Brown there. Another big leg
Nice,
shot.
nice. Coming at him with a flurry.
Tom is definitely winning this round so far with the stand-up
Tom's putting
action.
the pressure on him. Romez has got to be thinking he's got to take him down. He's just working that right hand. That's it. That's all he's throwing right now is that right straight.
Romez landed a big head kick, except he knocked himself down.
Knocked himself down. I think Tom was able to block most of that with his forearm. But
I've never fought before, but I don't think that's a good move when you knock yourself down with a head kick. And Tom Wynn takes Romez down to the mat.
both of these guys have got to be comfortable going in any position in this fight now. I mean, you know, that's just the evolution of the sport, is you see guys that are pro boxers, you know, and world-class grapplers coming in here. They have to have every facet of the game. You know, it used to be that you could only have guys with, you know, solid striking and other guys with solid grappling. Now you have to have a combination of both, and we're going to see that here.
One thing Tom Wynn always said was he's not the biggest guy, he's not the strongest guy, he's not the fastest guy, but he's always worked on his technique. Hence the name of his company, MrTechnique.com. That's one thing he always wanted, was the technique.
He's showing it. No, definitely. That boxing that he exhibited right there was beautiful. You know, it goes to show that a guy that, you know, Tom is, you know, he's in phenomenal shape. But like I was saying, he doesn't have the same physique that Romez does. But technique can dominate in every position. That's why you see a lot of fighters without, you know, the ripped bodies like BJ Penn and all that go out and dominate bigger, stronger fighters, just because in every situation, I believe, technique will prevail. Especially in jiu-jitsu, you don't necessarily need to be the biggest guy. I'm about 130 pounds and, you know, grapple with guys 200 plus pounds all the time.
I agree. Chubby guys are the best. I'm chubby.
You wonder too, I mean, we've been talking about a little bit about Romez's cardio. It's been his problem in the past. He's a strong fighter in that first round, but I think Tom he's got a lot less left in the gas tank here, and Romez is going to be in trouble unless he can dig deep and find something left.
You can hear the crowd booing a little bit right now for them to be stood back up, but Tom Wynn is still doing a little bit of work from the top, and there's no reason for the referee to stand them up just yet.
No, he's doing some work. As soon as Tom decides to stop, his guard's open now. He's landing some shots. Romez is doing a good job of neutralizing a lot of it. Hasn't taken too much damage here, but Tom is still being active. As long as the fighter is doing what he can to either pass the guard, open up those legs, and pass around to a dominant grappling position, or strike down, then really the fight shouldn't be stood up. But I think the crowd's cheering for a knockout. They know it's going to happen with one of these guys if they go back to their feet. Both of these guys have exhibited knockout power. Tom's here in a cross-side position. He's able to stay, keep his chest pressure down.
Can't Tom get a bunch of knees off to the stomach right now?
He can. When you force those knees, though, you're forcing yourself to create space. Whenever you create space in the grappling, Romez can slip his knees back in and retain that full guard position where you saw his legs were wrapped all the way around him. He does. That's a position where as soon as you're able to work to flatten your opponent out to that cross side, you can land some heavy shots. And he's going to become more and more active here. See him throwing some elbows. The more comfortable he gets in this cross-side position, he feels like Romez isn't going to roll him one way or the other and reverse the position.
We've got 10 seconds left. I think Tom Wynn has easily won this round here.
Yeah, I think we're going into an even fight, which makes it an exciting third round. These guys have got something on the line here. There's a belt on the line.
Yeah, there's a belt on the line going to the third round.
5 minutes left.
Who's in better shape and who wants it more?
Sitting in the corner here, I mean, it's a big test to be able to draw that strength together, to be able to come back out in this next round and be able to exhibit that same dominance in Tom Wynn's case in the second round. Romez in the first. They both want to come back out and replicate exactly what they just did. Take this victory.
Would you rule that a 10-8 or a 10-9 round? I know 10-9 standard, but if Tom Wynn dominated from bell to bell, would you call that a 10-8 or what is it?
No. I mean, the only way to really effectively come to a 10-8 decision is when I believe the fighter has to be in a position to have the fight nearly stopped, and it doesn't quite go that far. Romez, although he was being beat pretty badly there, I mean, that round wasn't necessarily, he's never in a position where a referee was going to stop the fight. had he been cut a little bit more, seen some more damage, then it would have been a 10-8. But I definitely rule that 10-9 in his favor.
I've only seen locally land a 10-8 round. That was a couple years ago when James Thorpe fought Jerome Smith. The third round, they gave it to Jerome 10-8, and that's the only one I've ever seen firsthand.
You really have to exhibit a lot of true dominance to, I mean, it involves a lot, getting the crowd into it, screaming. I mean, there's different things that go into influence these judges' decisions.
Well, the third round was Tom Wynn keeps it standing. It's his advantage. Romez takes the ground, his advantage. Right now, Romez got Tom to the ground, and if he can keep it like the first round, he's got a chance of winning this title belt in this fight. So we'll see what Tom can do.
Yeah, Tom's got some time left, but he really needs to start thinking about right now that he's got to be able to come up here. He's in a half guard position, so he's in not that much trouble. If Romez is able to pass through his legs, get that other knee up over on Tom's stomach like he's trying to work here. He's trying to swim that leg through Tom's. If Romez can get to a mounted position, that could be bad for Tom. Tom needs to get up and get out of there. Tom's probably, in all likelihood, hoping for a stand-up. Romez isn't really doing that much from the top. We might see ref stand him back up, or Tom will do it on his own. Some knees. Romez in that exchange. These guys are going at it. Oh. Trip, takedown. Romez is scoring these takedowns, but he's not doing that much with them yet.
Romez's corner told him he had to take this fight to the ground. In the third round, you could tell that's exactly what he went out to do.
No, it's got to be his game plan. He knows that, it might not be the crowd's favorite decision. Last fight we had a huge KO.
He's landed a couple big rights on Tom right there over the ropes. He just landed 2.
You hear the crowd cheering for Tom. He's definitely, hometown favorite to get up and out of here. People know that if he's laying on his back, he's not going to be able to score this round. He's not going to be able to take it. Ideally, he wants to finish the fight, but the likelihood of doing that from his back is not as much. Triangle attempt right here. He's trying to kick off the chest, get up, get away. Romez is able to stay on top of him. That's exactly what Romez wants to do. Both of these guys look like fatigue's definitely starting to set in.
Yeah, every second Tom sits on the ground is another second he's losing this round. He's got to get up, and he's got to do it now. There he goes right there.
He's trying to. He's got to kick off the hips and be able to stand back up. It's risky, but you have to take that risk right now. He's got to be able to open up his guard. It's the only way he's going to be able to escape.
You can see his corner, Kevin Giedermeyer, just yelling at him one thing: stand up.
He's got to stand up. Stand up. Got to go.
And his shorts are falling down. You got to love that.
You know what, though? I don't even think it's really affected them or phasing them. These guys are in a zone. They want this, both of them bad. You see him slug it out right here. This is going to define this fight.
Tom is looking for the big left hook. You can tell that's what he's looking for.
Yeah, he's landing that left flush. He's got to have a little bit more in the gas tank. Got to put their hands back up. Both fighters are dropping their hands. Big sign of fatigue. It's hard after you've thrown so many shots in the fight to keep on going.
There's probably about 2 minutes left in this fight right now, and Tom Wynn has to win these next 2 minutes to be in this fight. If not, Romez Brower's going back.
These guys have got to step it up right here and dig deep. Sometimes when you're training by yourself, when you're running, swimming, pushing yourself that way, training for these fights, well, we about had him land on top of us, Dave.
Yeah.
Are we insured?
I don't know. You block him. I'm running like a girl. That's about 370 pounds of muscle coming on one of us, and it ain't going to be me.
Romez has got him in the corner here.
You can tell Tom's just exhausted.
Tom is exhausted, but Romez is too. It's really just a test of will right here. What I was saying, when you're training by yourself, you can't, really find that strength, I don't think, like you can when you have somebody else pushing you, when you have somebody else hitting you in the face or, beating you in this, in the ground or wherever. Tom has to keep it on his feet, has to land some more shots. This round it could go either way right now, to be honest. Tom's landed a little bit more shots on his feet, but he's lost these takedowns. And I hate to see those takedowns be the...
Yeah, it depends how the judges look at it. I mean, Romez took him down twice, really did nothing when he took him down. Tom's landed more aggressive punches that he has. 10 seconds
Got
left.
10 seconds left in the round.
I think it can go either way.
Could go either way. We could see definitely a split decision right here.
Romez is looking for the third takedown. Doesn't look like he's going to get it.
Romez landed a little bit with that second takedown, but you know, that's about the only damage that was done this round. Both of these guys fought their hearts out.
You can tell both guys are just exhausted.
Either way, I mean, that's an experience to grow from right there. You can't discredit either of these guys for going out and fighting. Anybody that's pushed themselves like that for 15 minutes, unbelievable.
Tom wins, the right eye's all busted up. Romez
inspiring.
a little bit injured.
Both these guys have been through a definite war of attrition. Ideally, you really don't want to leave it in the judge's hands, either fighter. Tom holding his hand up, expressing that victory. Romez doing the same thing.
Pro Care Ambulance Service.
It'll be interesting to see when it comes down to the judges.
Give them a round of applause. Thank God we didn't have to use them tonight. Thanks for being here, guys.
Great fight with both guys. Getting checked out by the doctors, and soon we'll get the decision from the judges. Looks like he's coming into the ring now.
DJ Dwight, Bill Pot up there in the box. Thanks, Dwight. Appreciate you. Gary Stone running the video and all of his crew. And Cal Farr for assisting me. Special thanks to all these people making it happen tonight at Wild Bill's. Again, these fights can be seen on Comcast On Demand. Tonight's fight brought to you by Steve Mutters Full Throttle Entertainment and Dave Oblis Undisputed Production. Dave Oblis in the ring with the belt. Special thanks to our Hooters girls doing a fantastic job. Main event, let's hear it for both these fighters. It went the distance. We have a vacant belt on the line. National Fighting Championship, the Southeastern Middleweight Champion. We'll ask our referee to bring both fighters into the center of the ring. Came down to a decision. Judge A saw it 29-28. Judge B, 29-28. Judge C, 29-28. It was a close one. The belt goes to the red corner from Johnsonville, North Carolina, Romez Brower, by a judge's decision, who will receive the Southeastern Middleweight Champion belt. Romez Brower, now with a record of 13-7-1. Just his first loss ever in Ultimate Fighting. Let's hear it for Georgia's own Tom Wynn, blue corner. And your winner, Romez Brower, red corner from Johnsonville, North Carolina.